Good morning, Dreamweavers. Good morning, Pisces. I'm here for another reading for you. I hope you are doing well. I want to let you know I have a couple of things for you. So first, I did correct the email address that I put up. I was so excited about wanting to do a custom ritual and success vision board for you that I put up the wrong email address. So now, if you look down in the description box, you will see that it's the first thing on the list and it's the correct address. So now until I'm thinking, I said through the end of the month, if you send me an email with your date of birth, I will send you, it's absolutely free, no cost to you. I will send you a customized ritual and success vision board that is meant to guide you through this time of the Jubilee and all these transits that we are having for Pisces this year, right? So I think, and this is going to be customized to you, to your natal chart, because I think we all have our own rituals. I have my own that I do every day, and I've already done them all before I got here. So that's really cool. It's a really cool thing to have, especially since there's a lot of powerful transits. And if you know anything about the Jubilee, you can look it up. I did do a short video. You can check that out about the Jubilee, but there's a lot of open doors for you right now. A lot of open doors for abundance, success, and just that happy life that we all want. So with that said, we're gonna get into this reading. Oh, and one more thing. I said I was going to do some daily oracles. I'm trying to decide how I was going to do them, but I decided to do something magical for you, just something different. It's called the Dreamweaver's Mystic Message. I'm going to try to do them daily, but the first one will be out today at 11 a.m. Hopefully this gets posted before that. If not, then you will see it. But the first one is today, and today is March 27th, 2025. The first one is going to be posted today, and I think I'll have like a mystic message for you every day, and it's a little magical. It's different. It's Pisces. What can I say? It's Pisces. But anyhow, so I have a couple messages for you today, and the message that I have for you today is your life is a case study. And how others should live. You need to tell your story. Your life is a case study. There's a pathway to grace, right? And that pathway to grace, if you're a Pisces, or even if you're not a Pisces and you've been through the dark night of the soul, you know that pathway to grace is not pretty, right? This is not a pretty path all the time, right? But when you get through that path, you can appreciate it, right? There's a pathway to grace that your life is, right? That you need to share with everyone, because it's great to have a desire for things, right? We all have desires, but it's the path you choose that leads you to grace. So what do I mean by that? It's your decision to connect with your higher self. And Pisces, it's like, we're the last sign in the zodiac. We're meant to do this, and sometimes it takes some of us a little bit longer to figure this out. But that moment where you stop and everything's going wrong, right? Like maybe the first moment, because this is a series of events. So that first moment where you stop and you're like, everything's going on. Things are going wrong. You're just like, what am I doing? What's going on in this life? What am I here for? And you start talking to yourself. You start talking to your higher power. That's the ticket. And then it's like, it's the path you choose. But here's the thing about choice, and we have free will, right? Everyone has free will, and that's the thing. But is your free will, we talk a lot about whether or not, like, making choices, having discernment in our choices. And it's like, well, what does that mean? We need to be choosing the path that is for us. And sometimes we have, you ever like have something that you want, and then you went and you got it, and then you realize like that really wasn't for you, or maybe you didn't really want it, but you got what you want because that's what you asked for, right? And so the beauty about Pisces is that when you start connecting, we are intuitively meant to connect with our guides, with our inner self, our inner knowing, our spiritual guides, your higher power. And when we start to connect that way, right? It's like, it's not about the things that that's when you start to manifest things into your life that are for you. Because a lot of times before that, we're manifesting things into our lives that are not for us because we want them, right? You want that bag, but that bag doesn't make you look any richer. But when you start manifesting with the universe, the things that are for you, there's a path to empowerment for you. There is a path to what is for you that leads you to your abundance. There's a path to abundance. All of us, and not just Pisces, but all of us have a path to abundance. We all have that path, but sometimes we get so caught up in the material world, in the having the things that make us look like we have everything, and that's what we want because we want those things. But it's like, how do you get there? And the reason why I say you are a case study, it's because at some point you realize that it's not about the things, right? It's not about the things. Yes, the things you want, but it's more about the way you're living your life, how you're connecting with yourself, how you're connecting with your higher power. Are you requesting, I talk a lot about, hey, tap into your inner self for discernment. Who are you consulting with? Are you consulting with your spirit guides? Are you consulting with your higher power? And when you start, if you believe in God, are you consulting with God? And here's the thing, when you start consulting with your higher power, your higher self, your God, whoever it is that you believe in, instead of just going and impulsively doing what you want, you start connecting more to what's for you, because you'll be led in that way. So you start to work cohesively with the universe to bring in what's for you, as opposed to working from the ego space of what you want. And if anyone knows a Pisces, you know that we have the ability to do that. Yes, we go through a lot of lessons to get there, though. We learn, there are so many lessons, some that people see, some that people don't see. So when people see you sitting in that power and manifesting, they're just like, how are you doing it? What are you doing? And they don't see what you're doing. They don't see you consulting with your spirit guides. They don't see you consulting, right? And it's really amazing, because this is something that once you have that inner knowing of what you need to do, you can bring on more. And the beauty of this is that, and the reason why I say that you need to tell your story, is because your blessing is not complete until you share that blessing. Until you share that blessing. So your blessing is not complete until you share that blessing, until you can share your story to show people how you got to where you are and what you're doing. And each one of you has a different story to tell that's going to resonate with different people. That's why there are so many different tarot readers online telling their story, because not everyone's going to resonate with everyone, but your story will resonate with someone, and there will be something that you say that clicks for someone. There will be something that you say that resonates with someone. And because we all know that it's when that grace that comes doesn't come until you connect with your higher self. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. Like, you're flailing in the wind. Like, you know, like it's like a Pisces will even ask their high, you will consult with your higher power before taking a job. You will consult with your higher power before once you know, before getting in a relationship. And if your higher power tells you no, or something says, something's not right, you're not doing it. And the other part is that, and we talk about discernment. So I'm going to share this with you also, that this also allows us to see, because it becomes, people wonder, like, how do Pisces know, right? How do Pisces know if someone is for them or not for them? And then how do they learn to do it so quickly? How do you learn to figure that out so quickly? Well, it's sometimes, well, it's easy for Pisces. I don't know. It can be easy for all. I don't know if it's easy to see. It's not easy to see unless you've done the work, but it's 11:11 on the clock, just as I said that. It's not easy to see unless you've done the work, but you can see the people that are working and not connecting. You can see when people are not connected. You can see people for when we say you can see people for who they are. I know I keep repeating myself, but I'm so excited about this message for you, that you can see these people, you can see the people around you and who's connecting with their higher power, who's making decisions out of ego, who's making decisions because it's what they want. And it's not because if you want something, you can get it, but is that thing meant for you at the end of the day? Who's making decisions to get things and have things that weren't for them, or they got them on the wrong path, and then down the road they're gonna have to lay that down and go back, and you can see it coming. I hope I'm making sense. You could see that path coming for people. So in the past, you were trying to guide everyone, right? Like, you were trying to take everyone, hold their hands and go like, come on, get off that path, I see. And now you're like, you realize you got to let people take their path. But still, sharing your story can help bring them back to the path that they're supposed to be on a lot quicker. And I think anyone can do this, but Pisces, you are specifically guided to do this. I believe that. I just believe that, you know, and I believe that anyone can do it, but being that you're the last sign in the last sign in the zodiac, and you've been through it all, it becomes, as you work through your lessons, and it's not because you've been through it all the other signs, you know, you still come here, many of you come here and learn some hard lessons still, right? And then, but the beauty of that is that you see the beauty at some point when you get to the other side. You see the beauty in those lessons, even the hard one, the toughest ones. You see the need for those lessons, and you see the lessons that other people are going to learn. So, and you realize that's the thing. When I was talking about ego, I have one more message for you. The danger is in, I can't read my handwriting. Oh my God. I don't know what that word is, but the danger is in complacency and overconfidence, right? And so you can spot someone in a heartbeat who's overconfident, right? And what I mean by overconfident, confidence is amazing, right? But that overconfidence comes when people feel they no longer, because this is a path we're on, right? And so once you know, and you cannot unknow. And once you know that all things that you must consult with your higher power before making a decision, you will never again not consult with your higher power, because you know that the things that are the blessings that you're getting, that the blessing that's been bestowed on you is because you are consulting with your higher power, because you're doing things, because you have your rituals, because you have you have an inner knowing, and there's been a blessing bestowed on you to maybe go share your story with others to help others. But you can see that. And then one of the things that we, even as Pisces, that we might struggle with is overconfidence, right? Because we know. And so there's always that, there's a constant learning or relearning that we have to do, because we have to approach every situation as if we don't know. I hope that makes that's making sense. And when I say we have to approach every situation as if we don't know, it's like, even if you think you know, you consult. You consult with your higher power. You consult with your higher self. You do your rituals so that you can come to that inner knowing, and get the answers that you're searching for. Because even as a Pisces, even with all of our inner knowing, we can be wrong, right? Because we can get to that place where we're like, oh, we know, we have the knowledge, we have it, we know. But most Pisces, when you get to the point where you master this, right? You master, it's not the knowing that you master. It's not knowing things that you master. It's not knowing things about other people. It's communicating how you're going to communicate with your higher power so that you can know how to move forward, what next road to take. Because once you get to one fork in the road, there's another one. There's another road. You have a path that you're taking until the end, and it's not over till it's over. So you are always going to have, and it's in the excitement and the enjoyment of all the things that are coming in. That's why we say, like, we need to ground ourselves, right? Like, we need to remember to stay grounded. All right, so I'm already 15 minutes into this, and so I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pull a couple of cards from the Dreamweavers. I hope you enjoyed. Drop me a comment under the mystic messages that are coming out today, starting today. I'm gonna try to do them daily. We'll see. I work full time, so I'm working on that. I think they're pretty magical. I think you'll like them. And then, send me an email if you want a copy of a customized ritual success vision board. And don't forget to put your date of birth so that I can, because it's going to be specific to you. And I will be doing that, taking those emails through the end of the month. And I think we have 31 days in March, so through the 31st. And I will get those out to you. All right, so let's pull a quick message for you. You're meant to share your story and uplift other people. I heard a pastor say, I was listening to a pastor, and I heard him say, you can't hold yourself up with your hand, right? And this is beautiful, because Pisces, you are, you've been in hermit mode. Many of you have been in hermit mode. You've been in, hangman mode, where you are, where you've pulled yourself away from people. And now it's time to start to as you're healing, as you've healed, to open that heart space back up, because it's time to take a hand, because you can't, you're going places and you can't hold yourself up with your hand. You can't do it, but somebody else can lift you up and hold you. So those people that are coming to lift you up and hold you, you need to allow them in, and then you can be the hand that holds someone else up. All right, any messages? I think Spirit's like, yeah, those were the messages. Okay, here we go. Tidal Hearts is the first one. Look at that, new beginnings for you. I love it. This is from this is from your deck, the Dreamweavers deck, Pisces After 40. Okay, so love ebbs and flows. Surrender to its rhythm. Holy shit. Listen, isn't that what I just said? That you need to open up your heart, right? To let in your so that you need to open, so you can let in your blessings, the people that are coming in to hold you up, because you can't hold yourself. You're gonna have like a team of people coming in to hold you up and to help guide you on your path. Surrender to its rhythm. Surrender to the love, because you've done the work. I love it. I love that flow. Oh, and then we have third eye vision. Trust what you see in the unseen. Right? So these are the conversations I was talking about. Like you have to have, you can't see the unseen unless you're having the conversation. That conversation is with your higher self. It's with your higher power, your spirit team. The other day I was here, I'm going to share this with you. I was here and I was, and I think I talked a little bit about this before. I was in my kitchen and all of a sudden I had a sense like there was something in my auric field. Like I could see someone and like a shadow, right? Moving. And, you have to discern whether or not what's there for you is if there's something, you have your spirit team with you at all times, but there's the good, the bad, the ugly, right? And so like sometimes I talked about monitoring spirits. You have monitoring spirits. So like you have to understand. And so sometimes when this happens, there's a consultation that happens that you go to. And that's what I did. I was like, hey, if they're not supposed to be here, please have them exit stage left, like, right? You don't belong here, and light some incense. And then if this is my spirit team, then you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for joining me for today, because I know, but we have to be discerning. We can't just go, you have to have that consultation that allows you to discern, because you know things because you have blessings. You have gifts. As you tap in, more gifts are granted to you. But we can't get overzealous with our gifts, because there's still that connection that needs to happen that brings that blessing in. Okay? Does that make sense? I hope I'm making sense with that. All right. I'm going to, oh no, before I pull. Oh, I wasn't going to pull the tarot. Look. I said, no, I'm not going to pull. And then Spirit said, yes, you are. Look, 10 of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck. King of Pentacles. In the Hierophant. You're no longer following. Look. Okay, I said I wasn't going to. I was called to pull these 3 from the bottom of the deck. King of Pentacles. That's you. That's you grounding yourself, sharing your energy, looking at things differently. You're not, you're pulling yourself out of tradition. Like you're not doing things as they were traditionally done anymore. But oh my gosh, that 10 of Pentacles. And that 10 of Pentacles, I love this because I've been talking about collaboration, how you're collaborating with your spirit team, and how other people are going to come in for you. This 10 of Pentacles comes with that hand that's holding you. That's like the, that Ace of Pentacles. That's coming to bring all these gifts into you that you're in turn going to share with others. But you've had to, with the higher, you've had to break away from your traditions, from what you thought was, right? Because we know, and that maybe that's, it's like you thought that everything outside of you was real, and then what you're finding out is that that's all not real. What's real is what's inside you. And that's the change because many of us grow up with the facade, right? That life, that there's something outside of us that we need to be tapping into, some institutions or whatever, and you're breaking free from that. But you're breaking free and tapping into yourself, into your higher power. I see this is amazing. Look what it brings in for you. Look at your status. Look at your status. Let me see. I'm gonna pull from this deck here. I don't know who made this deck. I don't keep the boxes, unfortunately. It's just, I need an organizer. That's what I need to get for my cards. Okay. Keep going. The first card says keep going. And it says, it may feel as though you've been on this path or journey for a long time, and you may even wonder if you're making any progress towards your dreams. This message is a loving reminder for you to keep going. You're almost there. Exactly. Do you know that that it feels the hardest right when you're getting ready to have a breakthrough? And look at this. I'm seeing the breakthrough because you're pulling away from things, but you're probably wondering, am I doing the right thing? Should I be going? You look at this. You are on the right path. You are on the right path. And next we have keep going and slow down. Is it like, this is like wow. Okay, I'm just gonna read it and then I'll tell you what I'm thinking. It's like almost opposing energies. So it's like there's a balance. Like it's like basically this is saying, before I read that card, like find a balance is what I'm saying. So don't go too fast, don't go too slow, but keep going. Life isn't a race, nor is it a competition. You need to slow down. Doing so doesn't make you weak or less than. It makes you strong, wise, and much better able to navigate life with clarity and ease. Exactly. So this balance between that forward movement that you're going on and slowing down. And I think I gave the analogy of a bus in one of my readings, and I was like, hey, if you're on a bus, right, and the bus is going forward and you're walking to the back side of the bus, like you're walking back in the bus and you're going from the front of the bus to sit in the back, are you still getting to your destination? That bus is still going forward, but maybe there's something in the back of that bus that you need to pick up to take with you on the journey when it's time to get off the next stop or whatever. So it's, like keep going, but slow down, slow down and smell the roses, enjoy the road and see what's around you, because as I mentioned, there are people coming in. I just felt like that hand that's coming in to hold you. There might be somebody on the bus. If you get on the bus and you just sit in the front, you're going to get to your destination, right? But you might never talk to the person that's in the back of the bus that is supposed to be going with you on your journey. So you're going to miss that connection, right? But when you go to the back of the bus, you'll get to run into them. Does that make sense? I hope that's making sense. What's the final message? We're going to close this out. What's the final message for Pisces Spirit today? It's like I'm hearing the only obstacle is you. Queen of fucking Pentacles. Are you kidding me? Excuse my French. Look what this is bringing in for you. The you going against the grain. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. You guys, look, this is all pentacles. Like, I don't know what to say. You have a gift coming. There's more. Just keep doing what you're doing. Like, you're not, like, you haven't seen You haven't seen blessings yet. If you thought you saw blessings for all your hard work, there's more. That's all I have to say. All right, Pisces, thank you for joining me today. Send me an email. Check out the mystic messages for my dream weavers, and I will see you in the next one. Keep weaving that dream. Do not stop. All right. Love you.